Hello everybody, this is the Math Whiz channel and my name is Oliver. We are solving algebra problems from the Larson textbook. Today we're doing lesson 1.2, practice C. So with that, let's start. So the first problem is 32 divided by 8 times 5, and we have to evaluate the expression. Division and multiplication are at the same level, so we do operations left to right. So in this case, 32 divided by 8, that is 4, because 4 times 8 is 32, and then times 5, and that is 4 times 5 is 20. So that's the solution for number 1. Number 2, we have 14 plus 72 divided by 9, addition and division. We do division first, so we do 72 divided by 9, which is 8, right? So we do 14 plus 72 divided by 9 is 8, because 8 times 9 is 72. So 14 plus 8 is 22. That's the solution for 2. Number 3, we're going to do multiplication first, then division, then subtraction. So 6 times 9 is 54. So we do 54 and then minus 33 and then divided by 11. Now we're going to do division first. So we do 54 minus 33 divided by 11 is 3. So this becomes 51. Okay. Number 4, we're going to do multiplication first, right? So we do 22 plus 3 times 5 is 15. And then minus 16. We have addition and subtraction. We do operations left to right. So 22 plus 15 is 37. And then minus 16. And that is 21. Okay, why? Because 21 plus 16 is 37. Okay, and you can do this on the side if you want. Next, number 5, we're going to do powers first. Remember last time we said which ones are the orders of operations. First is grouping, the grouping first, then we do powers, then we do multiplication and division, and finally we do addition and subtraction. So in this case, we're going to do powers first. So 4 to the third is 4 times 4 times 4, or that is 64. So we're going to do 64 here, plus 6 squared is 6 times 6, which is 36. That is all grouped together and then divided by 0.5. Now we do the grouping first. 64 plus 36, which is 100. So 100 and then divided by 0.5. What is 100 divided by 1? It's 100. But this is 1/2, so it's times 2. So it's 200. Okay, so this is 200 is the answer, and I'll show you why. So let's do it here on the top here. So let's do 100 divided by 0.5. So 100 divided by 0.5 is the same as 1000 divided by 5, right? One decimal here, one more decimal here. So it's the same as 1000 divided by 5. So 1 doesn't fit into 5, 10. What is 10 divided by 5? 2. And then the 2 zeros. 1, 2, 200. Okay. Number 6, we do powers first, then we do division, then addition, subtraction. So 5 to the third is 5 times 5 times 5. What is 5 times 5? 25. And 25 times 5 is 125. So this becomes 125. And then we have 10 plus, and then divided by 25 minus 7. Next, we do division, right? So 125 divided by 5 is 5. Why? Because 5 times 25 is 125. Okay. And then 10 plus 5 is 15, and minus 7 is 8. Okay, so the answer is 8. So I'm just going to write it here. Because 10 plus 5 is 15, and minus 7 is 8. Number 7, we do powers first. So 3 to the fourth, that is 3 times 3. 9, and times 9, 81. So it's 81 minus 8 divided by 8 thirds plus 6. Next, we do division. Okay. So let me write this on the side here. So 8 divided by 8 thirds. So let me move here to the right. And I'm gonna do it right here on the side. So what is 8 divided by 8/3? 8 can be written as 8/1, okay? And then this is the same as 8/1 times 3/8. We're switching. So to go from division to multiplication, the orders of the numerator and denominator change. So this from 8/3, this becomes 3/8. So, and now you can cancel out 8 with 8. So this becomes 1 and 1. And then 1 times 3 is 3. And then 1 times 1 is 1. So this is just 3. Okay. So I'm going to go back. And now we have, so we're just going to write down 81 minus, this was 3, and then plus 6. So 81 minus 3 is now 78, and then plus 6, it is 84. Okay, so number 7 is 84. Okay, number 8, we're going to do powers first. So 3 squared, that is 9. So this is 9, and then 4 plus 9 is next, and that is 13. And this is all in straight brackets. Then we have multiplication here, and then division by 2. So next is the grouping, 13 minus 9, which is 4. So 5 times 4 and divide by 2. Now we have multiplication and division. We do left to right. 5 times 4 is 20, divided by 2 is 10. So 10 is the answer. Okay. And number 9 next. We do powers, but to do the powers, we have to do the grouping first. Okay. So this becomes, here on the right, this becomes 14 divided. Then we have the straight brackets, 3/4 times 17 minus 9 is 8. 8 squared, 64. So we can just write 64 right away. And now we can cancel 4 and 64 cancel out by 4. So this becomes 1, and this becomes 16. Why? Because 16 times 4 is 64. Okay. And then 1 times 1 is 1 here. In the denominator, 1 times 1 is 1, so we don't write that. So we're just going to get 3 times 16, which is 48. So this becomes 14 over 48. And now we can cancel out by 2. And this becomes 7, and this becomes 24. 7 over 24. Now we can cancel out by, actually we can cancel out by anything. So 7 over 24 is the answer for number 9. Okay. Number 10. Now we do powers here first. So we do 3 squared, that is 9. 4 squared is 16. Then we do the grouping, right? Then we do the multiplication. And finally, we're going to do the addition. So 9 plus 16 is 25. Now we're going to do the multiplication. What is 0.6 times 25? Let's do that in the calculator, but you can do it by hand as well, if you'd like. So that's 15. So this is 15. And then we add 0.2 to 15, so it becomes 15.2. This is number 10. Number 11, powers first. So 2/3, 2 cubed. That is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. So this becomes 8. So 14 minus 8, right, which is 6, right? And then we do multiplication. Minus 18. So you can write all these things here. So first we did the powers, 8, everything else comes down. Then we do the parentheses here, the grouping, 14 minus 8 becomes 6, everything else comes down, same. Now next we do the grouping here, the straight brackets. Within the straight brackets we have multiplication and addition. So we do the multiplication first. 6 times 7 is 42. And then we do 42 plus 5, which is 47. And then we have 3 times that comes down, and then minus 18. Now we have multiplication, and then we have subtraction. Multiplication is going to be done first. So 3 times 7 is 21, 1 and 2. 3 times 4 is 12, and 1, 13, minus 18. This becomes, what, 113? Yes. And that is the answer for number 11. Actually, this is incorrect. 3 times 7 is 21, 1 and 2. We remember 2. 3 times 4 is 12, and 2, 14. So this is 141. I apologize. So this is 141 minus 18. So this becomes 123. Okay, 123 is the answer, because 123 plus 18 is 141. So 123, 123, 123 is the answer. Number 12, we're going to do the powers first. But to do the powers first, we have to do 5 minus 3 first, which is the grouping. So 5 minus 3 right here is 2. So 2 squared is 4. So this becomes 4, and then 17 minus, right? And then we have here, all these come down, plus 2 times. Now what do we do next is the grouping in the straight brackets. So 17 minus 4, that is 13. And then 1.75 plus. So now we have addition and multiplication. So we're going to do multiplication first. So 1.75. 2 times 13 is 26, so plus 26. Now, when you multiply, the sign is plus because both are pluses. We're going to get to that probably later on in the future lessons. So this becomes 26, and 1 is 27. 27 wholes, and the decimal is 75. That's the answer for 12. Next is 13. Evaluate the expression 6 times m minus 4 when m equals 19. The order of operations. First, we're doing the grouping, or the parentheses within the parentheses. The operation within the parentheses, that's the subtraction. So 19 minus 4, that's 15. So this becomes 15, and then 6 times 15, which is 90. That's the answer for 13. 14, 9y cubed plus 2. So let's substitute. We're going to substitute 4 for y. So this becomes 9 times. Y is 4, so 4 cubed plus 2. We're going to do the powers first, so 9 times. 4 cubed is 4 times 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16, times 4 is 64. Right, so this becomes 64, and then plus 2. Now we have multiplication and addition. We're going to do multiplication first. So 4 times 9 is 36. 6 and 3, we remember. 6 times 9 is 54, and 3, 57. Plus 2 is 578. That's the answer for 14. 15, we're going to do powers first. So let's do the substitution first. So x is 2, so we're going to do 10 times 2, and then minus 3 times 2 squared. So as I said, we're going to do the powers first. So 2 squared is 4. Now we're going to do multiplication first. So 10 times 2 is 20. Then we have minus 3 times 4. Next is multiplication first. So this is 20 minus 3 times 4 is 12, or this is 8. Okay, so 15 is 8. 16. We're going to do the powers first, right? X squared. So let's do the substitution first. So we're substituting 1/2 for x 7 times. X is 1/2, so 1/2 squared plus 2 times x is 1/2. So we're going to do the powers first, which is 1/2 squared, which is 1/2 times 1/2. So we do multiply numerator with numerator, denominator with denominator. So 1 times 1 is 1, and then 2 times 2 is 4. So 1/2 squared is 1/4, and then everything else comes down. Okay. Next is multiplication. So 7 times 1/4. we can imagine 7 is the same as 7 over 1. And then we multiply numerator with numerator, denominator with denominator. So 7 times 1 is 7 over 1 times 4 is 4. And then we do the multiplication, the next multiplication, 2 times 1/2, or 2 can be written as 2 over 1. 2 and 2 cancel out. So this is just 1, because 1 times 1 is 1, over 1 times 1 is 1, 1 over 1 is 1. So this becomes basically 1 whole and 7/4, or that is 2 wholes and 3/4. Okay, that's number 16, 2 whole and 3/4. Why 2 whole? Because 7/4 can be written as 4/4. So 7/4 can be written as 4/4 plus 3/4. 4/4 is 1 whole. So the 1 whole and the 1 right there, that's 2. And then the 3/4 that's remaining. Okay. Next is 17. Substitution again. We substitute 6 for m. So this becomes 6 times, in parentheses, 6 minus 1 over 2 times 6 plus 3. And we do the parentheses first. So 6 times 6 minus 1 is 5. And then here 2 times 6 plus 3. So when we have numerator and denominator, you can imagine as hidden parentheses. So we have to do the numerator first, treat it as in parentheses like a grouping, and then treat the denominator as a grouping, like in a parenthesis. So 6 times 5 is 30, and then 2 times 6 is 12, and then plus 3 is 15. So 30 divided by 15 is 2. So 17 should be 2. Yep. And then 18. Let's do the substitution. So here we're going to get 5 times t is 2. So 2 squared plus 2 over 2 and then minus 3. So we're going to do the powers first. So we have 5 times 2 squared is 4 plus 2 over 2 minus 3. Now remember, treat the numerator as a grouping. So we're going to do 5 times 4 multiplication first, right? Then addition. We can do addition first. So 5 times 4 is 20. So we have 20 plus 2 over 2 minus 3. 20 plus 2 is 22 over 2 minus 3. 22 and 2, what 22 divided by 2 is 11, right? Or you can cancel out by 2. Same thing. 22 divided by 2 is 11. So 11 minus 3, which is 8. Okay, so 18 is 8. Number 19, we have an expression with 2 unknowns, or in this case, x and y, they're known, they're given to us, so we have to substitute them. We substitute 8 for x, so this becomes 5 times x is 8, so 8 squared, minus 3 times y is 4, so 4 squared. We do the powers first, so we do 5 times, what is 8 squared? That is the same as 8 times 8, or 64, minus 3 times, what is 4 squared? That is the same as 4 times 4, or 16. And this becomes, now we do multiplication first, then first this multiplication, then this multiplication, and then finally the subtraction. So 5 times 64, 5 times 4 is 20, 0 and 2, 5 times 6 is 30 and 32, and then minus, what is 3 times 16? That is 48. And that is 272. And how I did that fast? I imagined 320 minus 50. Minus 50 is 270. But it's actually 272 because there's 2 extra here. You can do that on the side if you like, or in the calculator. So 19 is 272, and then 20. Substitution again. So this becomes 5 times m is 4 plus 4 over 3 times n is 10. Remember, numerator hidden grouping, like imagine parentheses around. So we're going to do that numerator first. We have multiplication and addition. We do multiplication first. So 5 times 40, 5 times 4 is 20, plus 4 over 3 times 10. 20 plus 4 is 24 over 3 times 10 is 30. We can cancel out by 2. Let's cancel out by 2. So we get 24 divided by 2 is 12. 30 divided by 2 is 15. Now we can also cancel out by 3. So 12 divided by 3 is 4. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So 4/5 is the answer for 20. And next one is 21. Was the expression evaluated correctly using the order of operations? If not, find and correct the error. All right. So we have the expression, which is 2/3 multiplied by, in parentheses, 9 squared minus 2 cubed, and then plus 8. So let's do it underneath it right here. So we're going to do 2/3 times, we do the powers first, right? So 9 squared is 9 times 9, or 81, minus 2 cubed is 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. And then plus 8. Next, we do the grouping, or the parentheses. So 2/3 times 81 minus 8 is 73, right? And then plus 8. So here we have multiplication and we have addition. We're going to do multiplication first. So 2 times 73. 73 can be written as 73 over 1. Okay. So we multiply numerator with numerator, denominator with denominator. So 2 times 73 is 146 over 3 times 1 is 3, and then plus 8. So 146, how many holes we have how many holes we have in 146? So 146, let's do it here. 146 divided by 3. So 1 cannot be divided by 3, right? So 14 divided by 3, that is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. So 226 divided by 3 is what? 7, 8, 8. Because 3 times 8 is 24. And we have a remainder of 2. So this is actually 146 over 3 can be written as 48 holes. And the remainder is, all right, and this equals to 48 holes and 2/3 plus 8 is 56 holes and 2/3. And that's the answer for 21. 22, picture frames. You're purchasing wood to make 5 picture frames that are all the same size. The expression is given to us. It's 5 times 2x plus 2y. It represents the total amount of wood you need to make the frames, where x is width of the frame in inches, and y is the length of a frame in inches as well. Find the amount of wood you need to make the frames if each frame is 8.25 inches wide. So wide, or width, is 8.25 inches, and 10.5 inches long, or length. This is 10.5 inches long. So all we have to do here is substitution. So we have to substitute 8.25 for x and 10.5 for y. So 5 times 2 times x is 8.25 plus 2 times y is 10.5, and that equals to I'm gonna do it here. 5 times 2 times 8.25 is 16.5, plus 2 times 10 is 20, and 2 times 0.5 is 1, so this is 21. Or this is 5 times 16.5 plus 21 is 37.5. And then 5 times 37.5, 5 times 5 is 25, 5 and 2, we remember. 5 times 7 is 35, 5 and 5 times 7 is 35 and 2, 37, 7 and now 3, we remember. 5 times 3 is 15 and 3, 18. And 1 decimal place, so it's 187.5. And find the amount of wood, so this is in inches. Okay, so it's 187.5, and this is 22. And that is correct. Okay, 23. Postal Service. The United States Postal Service requires that the dimensions of a package mailed by parcel post using regular rates meet certain standards. One standard is that the expression H, that's the expression H plus 2L plus 2W, where H is the package height. So in our case, H is the height, right? That's the height right there of the package. W is the package width. So W is the package width, 24.5. And then L is the package length. So L is 28 inches. And does the package below meet the standard? So what it's saying, it is saying that the expression, this expression here, cannot be greater than 108 inches. So it should not be greater than 108. So let's see if it's greater or not. So we do substitution. H is 40.5 plus 2 times L is 28 plus 2 times W is 24.5, 40.5 plus 2 times 28 is 56 plus 2 times 24.5 is 49. So this becomes 40.5 plus this is 90, 105. So 105, or this is 145.5. So cannot be greater than 108. It is greater than 108. So it does not meet the standard. So does not meet the standard because the package is greater than 108 inches, the standard. And the last one, golfing. One way a golfer can evaluate his or her playing is by using a number called a handicap. The first step to calculating your handicap is to calculate your handicap differential. The handicap differential is given by the expression, and let's write down the expression. So let's do it here on the bottom. So it is S minus C, and that is in parentheses, times 113, and then divided by L, where S is your game score. S is your game score, and your score was 90, so the S is 90. C is the course rating. C is the course rating, or 72.1, and L is the slope rating. L is the slope rating, or 129. What is the handicap differential for the game? It's just substitution. We are substituting these values here in this equation, in this expression. So we're going to get S is 90 minus C is 72.1 times 113, and then divided by L, which is 129. So first we do the parentheses here. So this is 17.9, right? So if you don't know how to do that, let's do it on the side here. 2.1. 0 minus 1 doesn't go, so we have to borrow 1 from here. So this is 10 minus 1 is 9. And then we borrow 1 from here, so this is 10, but it's not 10 because we borrowed 1, so this is 9. 9 minus 2 is 7. This is not 9, we borrowed 1, so it's 8. 8 minus 7 is 1, 17.9. Okay, that's what we got, 17.9. And then times 113, now straight brackets, and then divided by 129. So this you can do it in the calculator, or you can do it here on the side. Let's do it on the side here. So it's 17.9 times 113. 3 times 9 is 27, 7 and 2. 3 times 7, 21 and 2, 23, 3 and 2. 3 times 1 is 3 and 2, 5. This is 179. All right, this is 179 here. 179 and 179. 7, 2 and 1, 2 and 2. Okay, and then 1 decimal point here. Let's do it again. 7, 12, 2 and 1, 10, 17, 22, 2 and 2, 9, 10. Yes, it is correct. All right, so this is 2022.7 divided by 129. Now we can do this here on the side, or you can plug it in the calculators to save time. We're just going to plug it in the calculator, and we're going to get 15.67. And then it says round your answer to the nearest tenth. So to the nearest tenth. So the number after the tenth is a 7, which is greater than 5. So this becomes 15.7, and that's the answer. All right. So please like and subscribe to see more videos, and see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.